Hi, it's Mr. V. I'm continuing our discussion of conics by working a few examples. This first one, we're to graph this circle. To graph this circle, I need to know the center, hk, and I need to know the radius. This is not in the standard form like this. To do that, I need to complete the square. So I'm going to rewrite this as x squared minus 4x plus something that's going to complete the square plus y squared plus 8y plus something that will complete the square here. I'll take this constant and move it to the other side of the equation. What completes the square here would be 4. I take half of my negative 4 and square it. So I have to add 4 to both sides of the equation. Take half of 8 is 4 and square it. This will give me a perfect square. It's 16 to both sides of the equation. So my left side of the equation becomes x minus 2 squared plus parentheses y plus 4 squared is equal to 5 squared, where 5 is my radius. So I can graph this. I'll sketch a graph here. I go 2 and negative 4, and I have to go up 5, and it looks something like this. This point, negative 4, 3, is on the circle. I want to know what the radius is. I have to find the center. The distance is 2. This is an equation of ellipse. You'll notice it has a plus sign in between it, just like we have a plus sign over here. We know that the larger number in the base, which is my a value, it's underneath the x. So I'm going to be using this equation. This is a horizontal orientation of my major axis. And the center is going to be at negative 8, negative 9, because this is hk is my center. So if a squared is equal to 169 and b squared is equal to 25, to find the foci of this, I need to know what c is. So I will take c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared, which is 169 minus 25. So c is equal to a plus or minus 12, square root of 144. And the c is going to be in the direction of the x. So I'm going to take this value, negative 8 plus 12, negative 9. And I'll take negative 8 minus 12 and negative 9. So my answer is C. Write an equation of ellipse centered at the origin. That's nice because these graphs that you see are all centered at the origin, not at HK. Which has the foci of a plus or minus 12. The foci is going to be my C value. And the vertices of this one, this is going to be a major vertices because I know that this is the foci is in the x direction from the origin. So this is the x direction. This will be my A value. So A squared is equal to 37. B squared is what I need to be able to write the equation. And I know that C squared is equal to 12. We also know that in this equation, in the ellipse, C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared, or B squared is equal to A squared minus C squared, which is 37 minus 12, which is 25. So my B value is equal to plus or minus 5. So to write the equation, I'll need the B squared. Write an equation. I'll have x minus 0 squared over A squared, which is 37, plus y minus b squared, which is k, which is centered at the origin, so that's 0, over 25 is equal to 1. Write the equation of a parabola with the focus at 9, 0, and a directrix at y equals negative 4. Now let's look at this. This is going to be the x equals, this will be the y equals. So that I know I've got a vertical orientation. I've got a focus of 9 and 0. That would be my h and k plus p. The directrix is that y is equal to negative 4. That's k minus p. So if I have k plus p and k minus p, k plus p would be 0, k plus p, 0. And I'm going to subtract from that my k minus p, which is going to be minus a negative 4. I'll get 4 is equal to 2p, or p is equal to 2. And with this information, I can write the equation, because I know that, I think I can write the equation. Well, I now know A. A is equal to 1 over 4p, which is equal to 1 over 4 times 2, which is equal to 1 over 8. I need to know the center of this. Well, 0, 9, my h value is 9. My k plus p is 0. K minus p is negative 4. So k must be negative 2. My equation of my parabola is y equals 1 over 8 times x minus 9 squared plus negative 2. And this is in vertex form, where hk is the vertex. hk. Find the coordinates of the vertices and the foci of the and find the equation of the asymptotes. Then graph each of the following. Graph this hyperbola. This doesn't look like a hyperbola. I thought the hyperbola was supposed to look like this. We can rewrite this. I'm going to put it in the form y squared minus 4x squared is equal to 36. It needs to equal to 1. I'll divide both sides by 36. So I get y squared over 36 minus x squared over 9 is equal to 1. Notice my center of this is going to equal to my hk, and the center is equal to 0, 0. It says here to find the coordinates of the vertices and the foci. So let's look for the, first of all, is this opening horizontally or is it opening vertically? It looks like it's going to be opening up and down. So my vertex is going to be 0a, 0, negative a. Well, what is a? Well, a is going to be, this is a squared. 36 is equal to a squared, so a is equal to 6. 9 is equal to b squared, so b is equal to 3. So if I take my 0 and plus 6 and a 0, negative 6, those will be my vertices, vertex 1 and vertex 2. Find the foci. See, the foci of this is going to be 0 plus or minus c. Well, how do you get c? We're going to use a squared plus b squared is c squared. So we'll do a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And I have 36 plus 9 is equal to c squared. That's 45. 45 is equal to c squared. C is equal to plus or minus the square root of 45, which is 3 times the square root of 5. I'll take this perfect square of a 9 out of the 45. So my foci, focus 1, is going to equal to 0, comma, 3 square roots of 5. And my focus 2 is equal to 0, negative 3 square roots of 5. And to find the equation of the asymptotes. Well, this is an equation of the asymptote here, and this is the equation of the asymptote here, and I'm not going to mess with that. And that's all that I've got for you for today. Good luck and success.